On Sports Central tonight, series whitewash. Sri Lanka under-19 women's cricket team achieves a remarkable series whitewash, defeating Malaysia under-19 women 5-0 in the T20 series after winning the fifth and final match today at Coles Cricket Club. Home win. Manchester City cruised to victory against Liverpool at Etihad Stadium, with the team manager celebrating his 1,000th match in the managerial role.
Even better, Cat's 1,000th game as a manager, maybe fitting, and on his 100th game for City, Doku scores a beauty.
What a stunner. Elena Rybakina caps a flawless week at WTA Finals by stunning world number 1 Ariana Sabalenka in the final for her first trophy in the season-ending championships.
Elena Rybakina.
And dramatic Brazil. McLaren's Lando Norris wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix to stretch his Formula One lead to 24 points after teammate and title rival Oscar Piastri picked up a penalty for causing a collision and finished at P5.
Fast as in practice, sprint pole, sprint victory, Grand Prix pole, and the Grand Prix win! Lando Norris wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix! Kimi Antonelli in the final meters!
From Studio 24C, this is Sports Central. And now, here's Vinut Varnasurya.
Hello and welcome to Sports Central right here on Other Than News channel. Well, we are coming after a happening weekend where every sport got underway, and we are starting with some updates from under-19 women's cricket. Sri Lanka under-19 women's cricket team achieved a remarkable series whitewash, defeating Malaysia women's under-19 5-0 in the T20 series after winning the fifth and final match today at Coles Cricket Club. Batting first, Malaysia could only gather 82 runs despite losing 4 wickets. Mahira Ismail scored 36 runs. The Sri Lankan women showcased a defensive bowling style, and Asini Thalagune was the pick of the bowlers with 2 wickets. Chasing 83, Sri Lanka under-19 women made it look easy as they only lost 2 wickets and reached the target in the 14th over. Opener Sanjana Kavindi top scored with 45 runs. Skipper Manu Dinanayakkara was unbeaten on 24. With this win, Sri Lanka won the series 5-0. Kyrgyzstan crowned the champions of the Central Asia Under-19 Women's Volleyball Championship, beating Nepal in the final in Colombo. Kyrgyzstan won the final in 3 sets to 2 after a thrilling encounter.
The final of the Central Asia Volleyball Association's Under-19 Women's Tournament was held at the Sugutadasa Indoor Stadium. It was a thrilling encounter as both teams fought hard for dominance. Nepal won the first set 22-25, but Kyrgyzstan bounced back to bag the next 2 sets convincingly. But the Nepalese won the 4th set 13-25. There was a close tussle in the 15-point last set, which was won by Kyrgyzstan 15 points to 11. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka Under-19 women's team won the 3rd place of the tournament, beating the Maldives. It was a one-way passage for the home team from the start, and they won the encounter 3-0. The playing kit of the Sri Lanka visually impaired women's cricket team, who will take part in the inaugural T20 World Cup, has been unveiled. The event was held at the CCC premises in Colombo yesterday. Sri Lanka and India is co-hosting the inaugural Visually Impaired Women's T20 Cricket World Cup. The tournament begins tomorrow and will continue until the 23rd of this month. 6 national teams, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Australia, Nepal and the USA, are participating in this historic tournament. Speaking at this occasion, Sri Lanka captain Mihirani Duranjali requested Sri Lankans to come to the ground and support the team. She said the team is well prepared and has high hopes of winning this time's championship. Sri Lanka Premier Hockey League got underway in Colombo yesterday. The preliminary round of this high-profile hockey tournament will continue for 3 weeks. Next Gen Hockey Development Society has organized this hockey tournament. It features 9 elite hockey teams and there will be 36 preliminary round matches.
In the first match of the opening day, played at the AstroTurf in Reed Avenue, Colombo, Royal Hockey Club defeated the Sri Lankan Air Force Sports Club following a thrilling contest. The scoreline was 4-3. In the second encounter, Sri Lanka Army Sports Club defeated Vennapu Hockey Club by 3-1. Sri Lanka Army SC, Sri Lanka Navy SC, Sri Lanka Air Force SC, Police SC, BRC, Colombo Royal Hockey Club, CRN FC, Vennapu Hockey Club and CHN FC are competing in this year's Premier Hockey League. Meanwhile, Hatton National Bank emerged champions of the 47th MHA Hockey Championship held in Colombo yesterday. Ceylon Bank were the runners-up.
The 47th Mercantile Hockey Association 7-a-side tournament was held yesterday at the P. Sara Oval Grounds in Colombo. The event featured 26 corporate teams competing across 6 categories. In the league tournament, Hatton National Bank were the champions in the A division while Ceylon Bank were the runners-up. Meanwhile, in the knockout tournament, HNB defeated Sampath Bank to take home the championship. First held in 1973, the MHA 7-a-side Hockey Championship is considered as one of Sri Lanka's longest-running hockey tournaments.
Moving to some football updates now. The final of the Ball Blaster football tournament will be replayed after the ongoing GCE Advanced Level examination following an unexpected incident at the Sugatadasa Stadium last evening. Although the final was played at the venue due to bad light, the organisers were forced to fix another date for the encounter. The final of the Ball Blaster Inter-School Football Tournament was played between Sahira College Maradana and Hamid Al Husseini College. It was a close encounter. At half-time, Hamid Al Husseini College were leading 1-0, but the Sahirians were able to equalize the score just few minutes to the final whistle. However, due to bad light, the referees decided to stop the match and had asked the team captains whether they would be willing to share the championship trophy. Since they had disagreed to the proposal, the organisers had decided to replay the match after the GCE A-level examination. Meanwhile, Gateway College Rajagiriya defeated Royal College Colombo by 3-0 to win the third place. Let's head into a short commercial break. You're watching Sports Central right here on Other Derana News Channel. We are coming back with more highlights. Welcome back to Sports Central right here on Other Derana News Channel. We are moving to updates from the Premier League. Pep Guardiola celebrated his 1000th match as manager in style as Manchester City cruised to victory against Liverpool at Etihad Stadium. The meeting of two sides hoping to catch Premier League pace setters Arsenal turned into a one-sided affair as City dominated to go second and trimmed the Gunners' lead to 4 points.
City halted Liverpool's recent mini-revival in its tracks, with Erling Haaland almost inevitably setting them on their way as he continued his remarkable scoring form with his 28th goal for club and country this season. Haaland had uncharacteristically wasted an earlier opportunity to give City the lead when his penalty was saved by Liverpool keeper Georgi Mamadashvili, who had been penalised for upending Jeremy Doku. The Norway striker made amends after 29 minutes with a soaring header into the right corner for a Matheus Nunes cross, capping a magnificent passing move. It was Haaland's first goal against Liverpool in a match that Virgil van Dijk had started.
A good man down, and City deservedly in front. First corner. Oh, and they've scored from it. Van Dijk tucked it into the net. Oh, the flag's up. The flag's up, it won't count.
Liverpool thought they had equalised before half-time when captain Van Dijk rose to head home Mohamed Salah's corner, but their celebrations were curtailed as the goal was ruled out of offside. Andy Robertson ducking in front of City goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma to allow the ball to go in. City added insult to Liverpool's injury in first half stoppage time when Nico Gonzalez's 20-yard shot deflected in off Van Dijk with Mamadashvili wrong-footed.
At least 2 goals better than Liverpool. What a moment for him. That's a super ball. O'Reilly in space. Now Doku. What a game he's had today. Doku. Oh, it's just got even better. Catch 1,000th game as a...
Doku tormented the Liverpool defence, Conor Bradley in particular, and the Belgium winger produced a moment of individual brilliance to extend City's lead soon after the hour, curling a superb right foot effort beyond Mamadashvili for 20 yards.
Oh, he's missed it! Can you believe it? Oh, look at the space. O'Reilly, number 4! No! Over the bar. What a day. The perfect day to celebrate the milestone.
Top seed Carlos Alcaraz began his bid for a first ATP Finals trophy with a 7-6, 6-2 win over Australian Alex de Minaur in the final round-robin clash at the season-ending championships in Turin. Alcaraz, who won his opening ATP Finals match for the first time despite de Minaur's battling display, where the Australian recovered from a 4-1 down to force a tie-break in the opening set before Spaniard came out on the top. The pair traded breaks of serve at the start of the second set, but Alcaraz broke twice more to again lead 4-1, and this time there was no comeback despite de Minaur's valiant effort in the opening match of the Jimmy Connors group. Both players were looking to improve on last year's showing, where Alcaraz lost 2 of his 3 round-robin matches in straight sets while de Minaur lost all 3 group matches, with Alcaraz losing the opening match at his previous 2 appearances. Alcaraz is also on course to end the year as world number 1, and in Turin he must reach the final set at least with 1 round-robin win or sweep his round-robin matches to guarantee himself the award for the second time. Italian Yannick Sinner needs to retain his title to have any chance of finishing the year in top spot.
Set by 7-6, 6-6-2.
Moving to WTA final updates now, Elena Rybakina capped a flawless week at the WTA finals by stunning world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka 6-3 and 7-6 in the final for her first trophy in the season-ending championship and a record $5.235 million prize money.
In a rematch of the 2023 Australian Open title clash won by Sabalenka, it was Rybakina who made early inroads with a barrage of powerful winners to shrug off concerns over a sore shoulder and a break for a 4-2 lead in the opening set. The ice cool world number 6 rallied from 15 to 40 down in the 7th game to tighten her hold and secure the set with more bold ball striking from both flanks, leaving 2022 finalist Sabalenka with a mountain to climb. Rybakina, Wimbledon champion in 2022, ramped up the pressure in the next set as she lost only 2 points in 4 service games. She then showed her battling qualities for a clutch hold in the 10th game when Sabalenka crashed a forehand into the net. Rybakina cranked up her massive serve 2 games later and forced a tie-break where the Kazakh grabbed the early lead and never looked back to secure the title.
Elena Rybakina.
Time for another short break. You're watching Sports Central right here on Other Derana News Channel. We'll be back with more sporting action. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Central right here on Other Derana News Channel. We are moving to the Formula 1 circuit now. McLaren's Lando Norris won the Sao Paulo Grand Prix to stretch his Formula 1 lead to 24 points after teammate and title rival Oscar Piastri picked up a penalty for causing a collision and finished in P5.
And our battle in Brazil begins when the 5 red lights go out. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix is underway and we're racing down to turn number 1. Antonelli does not get the launch off the line, but Lando Norris...
It was a dramatic start to the Brazilian Grand Prix as Gabriel Bortoleto saw his hopes end within moments of the lights going out. The Brazilian driver's race came to a heartbreaking halt after an early collision forced him to retire on home soil. Up front, an intense three-way battle unfolded between Oscar Piastri, Kimi Antonelli and Charles Leclerc. The fight was short-lived, however, as Leclerc paid the ultimate price, losing a tyre and crashing out in the early stages.
But that's a dramatic moment and there's no tyre on the Ferrari for Charles Leclerc. Piastri went all in and contact with the top 2 as they plummet down the hill. It's Norris and Piastri, the top 2 in the race.
Following an FIA investigation into the incident, Piastri was handed a 10-second time penalty, making the championship contenders' title quest even more challenging. While Piastri's afternoon unravelled, his teammate Lando Norris put on a masterclass in Sao Paulo, starting from pole. Norris controlled the race from start to finish, showcasing flawless pace and composure to secure a commanding victory. Last year's winner Max Verstappen, who famously charged from P17 to victory, delivered another brilliant recovery drive. Starting from the pit lane in P19, the reigning champion stormed through the field with trademark precision and strategic brilliance from the Red Bull garage. Verstappen's relentless charge saw him climb all the way to third after an intense late race battle with the rookie sensation Kimi Antonelli. The 19-year-old Mercedes driver impressed once again, maintaining remarkable consistency from his front row start in P2 to claim his career best second place, keeping the Silver Arrows firmly in the fight. George Russell brought home a solid P4 for Mercedes, helping the team consolidate a second place in the Constructors' Championship, already clinched by McLaren with several rounds to spare. With his victory, Lando Norris extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship, now sitting on 390 points, ahead of Piastri on 366, the gap widening from a single point to 24. Verstappen remains third with 341 points. With 21 rounds completed and just 3 to go, the grid now turns its focus to the dazzling night streets of Las Vegas, where the next chapter of this thrilling title battle will unfold in 2 weeks' time.
That one. And this was the Grand Prix last year where he knew his title chances were over. Have been enhanced 1 year on.
It was a great race. I mean, it was well managed, well executed, good starts, pit stops, decent strategy. It's been a good weekend once again, you know, so very happy. I was just very happy. I think I was pushing. It was still not an easy race. Like, I had to manage the tyres a lot. The pace was great, clearly. I think it wasn't the easiest a race in terms of managing tyres, and I think we're missing out a little bit to Max, for instance, who was very fast. But otherwise, just a perfect weekend in terms of every session, every quali, every race. Just what I need to do.
It was a very good race, even with a puncture as well in the race. So I had a good first lap after the safety car. Already overtook some guys, but then somehow we picked up that puncture, maybe from some debris that flew off in front of me in the first lap. But then I think we had strong pace. We did the right calls as well with the strategy, and to be on the podium from the pit lane is something that I definitely didn't expect jumping into the car this morning. But at the same time, I was looking forward to it. I was excited. I also want to say a big thank you to the team, because it's been tough, but we are all, in this together, and we never gave up. We take risks, yes, but I like that. To always try and be better, because we don't want to settle for second.
From Formula 1 moving to MotoGP now, Aprili's Marco Bezzecchi of Italy delivered a commanding lights to a flag victory at the Portuguese Grand Prix yesterday, claiming his second win of the season and strengthening his grip on the third place in the championship with just one more round remaining. The pole sitter made amends for a lackluster Saturday's sprint performance where he could only manage third by controlling the race from the start to finish ahead of Spaniard's Gresini Racing's Alex Marquez and KTM's Pedro Acosta. Bezzecchi's dominance was emphatic as he finished more than 2.5 seconds clear ahead of Marquez to become the sixth different winner in the last 6 MotoGP races, while Acosta's last race pace had him close in on his compatriot but settled for third. Ducati's Francesco Bagnaia of Italy, who is battling for Bezzecchi for third in the championship behind champion Marc Marquez and runner-up Alex, crashed out in the 4th round and finds himself 35 points behind before the final round in Valencia. The final round of the season is the Valencia Grand Prix next weekend. Tom Brady's Team Brady sealed a second consecutive E1 World Championship title after holding off late challenge from Rafael Nadal's Team Rafa at the team inaugural Miami Grand Prix.
British pilot Sam Coleman and Finland's Emma Kymiläinen led the all-electric championship of the Water Series through a 9-race season spanning 4 continents, clinching victory in the final race to secure the 2025 crown for 7-time Super Bowl winner Brady's team. Team Brady entered the Miami finale with a narrow point lead over Team Rafa, and after a tense qualifying session, Nadal's team closed the gap to 2 points. Coleman and Kymiläinen then delivered a dominant performance in the final, winning by 15 seconds to secure the title. Second place in Miami confirmed Team Rafa as overall runners-up, with Blue Rising finishing third in the standings ahead of Aoki Racing. Will Smith's Westbrook Racing completed the top 5. E1 founder Alejandro Agag said the Miami race marked a milestone for the young championship. Brady, who became an E1 team owner 2 years ago, told media ahead of the finale that the series' growth had reinforced his commitment.
To our race winners.
And with that, we wrap up our first bulletin for this week right here on Sports Central on the other Derana News channel. Well, we value your feedback, so don't forget to send it via email at feedback.adncenglish@derana.lk or via WhatsApp at 076 805 7933. Selena Jayatilaka is standing by on World News Tonight. Well then, until tomorrow, I'm Vinod Varnasurya signing off. Have a very good night.